Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today I'm bringing out a setup, play and review of the game Fossil Canyon. Now this is the deluxe edition. The main thing to be aware of is it comes with a cloth bag, which isn't mentioned in the rulebook to do with the components, but you know there is this cloth bag here. So I've already done this unboxing teaser trailer video. There's some separate information I talked about before about obviously the history of dinosaurs and some information in the literature there, and some information about the fact that Polymath Game or Polymath Play and the company behind this are very much historical and have a lot of information about this subject, which you'll see in a second. We've seen this previously before. This is a Kickstarter game, and everybody is going to take one of these action cards, and this is a 1 to 6 player game. I'll tell you right now that the cooperative and the sort of solo game, you're basically playing this game two-handed. So there's nothing special. There's just kind of a beat your own score thing, which isn't interesting at all because there's no actual kind of automa. There's nothing that makes the game kind of this kind of AI bot, which is fine, but that isn't what most people are looking for these days. It says cloth bag, hasn't been used yet. Everything does come over here. So the aim of the game is to get the most points, and the way you get your most points is basically to win. The way you win is to have the longest, I guess, pieces to go in your museum. So everyone's going to take one of these pieces representing who they are. So I'll just keep Lavender, also my last name is Lavender, as per my last play of this. You're going to flip all these tiles face up, so it does take a little bit of setup. So whilst I'm doing this, please ensure you hit the notification bell and the subscribe button to of course be notified when other videos come out. There's now over 1,000 videos and have been daily videos since 2019 at the time of recording, and right now it's towards the end of 2022. Aside from that, please go through the description in YouTube as well. You can support the channel via Patreon. You can also go through via Linktree as well, and there are occasionally competitions. They are time sensitive, so you do need to keep checking back. Aside from that, please ensure you do go through via to Instagram, over 2,500 posts, and also Facebook, so please like there as well, more chance of competitions and things. So we have some events and stuff like this. Do not worry about this necessarily. It depends if you're playing with a higher age range. So if you're playing ages of 6+, even with a 7-year-old, I know people are saying, are you classing yourself as a young child? They are. In that case, get rid of those cards for the time being as well. And you are left with these cards. Okay, now there are other ways of scoring, including getting basically your most prestigious museum. So again, all these cards you won't need if you are playing it with a higher player count. So I'm just going to set up as if it's just myself, but of course playing with somebody else. So all these different cards, you're making these various creatures. Some of these creatures have 3 bones, representing they need 3 different dinosaurs to compete, or 3 different parts of that dinosaur. 1, 2, we're missing this middle section here. Whereas over here, we have 2 pieces here. So you do something like this to show that actually you've now got a complete dinosaur. And when you do complete it, I'll show you how that works in a second. You're taking the respective piece and you're going to place it next to your museum. So it's going to go like that. And now my museum is longer than somebody else's. So you're trying to get the longest one that you can compare up and you see who is the winner. So all of these cards, what you're going to do, well, there are 2 of each of them. There's all the rest of this is flavor text, which, as interesting as flavor text is, in this instance, you just kind of go straight past it. You're mainly focusing on just this bit here, which is quite standard with most games. Yes, it's very nice imagery. It's quite nice to learn about, obviously, it's a carnivore and stuff like that. But unfortunately, as nice as it is to try and get you to learn a game, and these cards, by the way, 3 blank cards, you can write whatever you want on them if you lose stuff. But if you're used to watching videos like myself, and if you're into modern board games, you know that you typically don't lose things, and the chance of you losing a card over anything, I wouldn't recommend it's going to be the case. And also these research cards, you're not going to use that base game. So all these cards you're going to shuffle up together. So it is one of those games whereby unfortunately it does need that kind of stuff going on. So I'll give you a very quick hand shuffle. Aside from that, yeah, please go through the comments. Commenting on YouTube is best, everyone else can see. Also, please share, obviously, your thoughts on this as well with as many people as you like. The more the better. Also, you can go through the playlist. So this is going to be in the AmassGames playlist. It's going to be how to set a player review playlist. I might create a dinosaur playlist because any kind of videos pinging up top right, I'm selecting to be dinosaur related videos too. And yeah, what else? So let's have a look. You deal 10 cards each. Now, it does depend on players. There's a 2, it's a 10. It's fewer cards with more players. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These won't be well shuffled, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As I said, the rest of these cards are going to be displayed around here, which is quite a cool idea because it's maybe like a digging pile, so I'm like digging through this. Now, I have zoomed out the camera, and the reason for doing so is because you will need some space. So you're going to look through 10 of your cards, in this case 10 because there's 2 players. And what you're trying to do is you are going to keep 7 of them hidden and 3 are going to be visible. Sorry, other way around. 3 are in your hand, 7 are visible. So firstly, can I complete any dinosaurs? Well, I can't. I can. So right off the bat, I have completed a dinosaur. If you can complete a dinosaur, obviously you're adding it to your bit here. So we have a Mosasaurus over here. So that can go there. And already I've got a longer museum than my opponent, let's say. But of course, they might have something too. So I've already got that completed. I will need to draw up in a second as well. Over here, we do have another complete dinosaur. So of course, you've got 3 pieces here. So that can complete itself. Of course, you're adding to that bit as well, which is a nice kind of thing to do. They do with a Brachiosaurus. So again, you're hunting around, trying to find that piece. The longer the amount of piece that has, the more, obviously, longer it is typically. Let's just find where that is over here. And where's it gone? Oh, some over here. So, yes, you will need some space, as I mentioned. Can we find it? And on the back side, by the way, it does make a nice pattern, which is a good idea. It's quite nice. And being a deluxe edition box, it does have a bit of a shine going on, which, there we go, you can just make out there. So, what are we looking for? The Brachiosaur. So, right now, for some reason, this is harder to find than I would anticipate. But we'll move on from that. There it is. So, you're going to keep going and then wait until you obviously get what you need. But assuming I've got obviously 7 cards, 10 cards in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's move these off to one side now. 9, 10. Then let's say I haven't completed it, so I might place these out. Now naturally I don't think I would do that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can complete the same thing twice if you wish to. And then I've still got some cards left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So got 7 here. Why do I want to have those ones? Well, I probably wouldn't want to have this one because I'm 1 away, and now they are going to be laying out their cards as well. But I need to have, in this instance, the tailbone for this T-Rex. In fact, the T-Rex quite handily, I think, thematically makes sense, being a good, strong dinosaur. Needs 4 pieces, not a typical 3 or maybe a 2. So they might look through their cards and might not choose to have their 7 cards visible, because right now I need 1 more piece for the Ankylosaurus to complete it as well, which allows me to get another piece out. So that's something to be aware of, and I like the idea of this length being respective of, obviously, scoring. It's going to keep on going. Now, there are 5 different things you can do in your turn. So let me talk to you about 3 of them. This is, like I said, a set collection game. It's very much a game. I mean, we do talk about here about actions as well. You may spend a total of 4 action points per turn, so it's an action points kind of game. For 0, you can discard a fossil from storage. 1, you can move to an adjacent space. 2, protect an endangered fossil. Oh, sorry, this is to do with the cooperative game. So let me turn over. So, like I said, 5 things. You can draw. So you can draw another card. Now this relates to those event cards, which you're not doing for the basic game. You can dig, so you can draw 2 of these cards. You can exchange, so this is where you're swapping with another player, which means you're good doing something and they're not. You can do a bonus dig, so you can complete 1 or more skeletons. You may dig it again, so you're aiming to try and complete these dinosaurs to give you that extra thing as well. And you can adjust your hand to have 3 or fewer hidden fossils. So various things you can be doing, and that's basically how the game progresses. Now, in terms of the gameplay, like I said, it's a bit take that. It's a bit luck-based, waiting to get what you need. And that is fine. That's a classic kind of traditional kind of board game with that take that element, that push your luck chance, the peril of someone stealing your stuff. However, as a modern board game that has been done to death, now pardon the pun, being dinosaurs, I'm not saying it's extinct, this game. Children like the game, ages 6 plus. It works very well for them. I don't know how much they're learning from these particular cards. I didn't see them ever saying, oh, look at this, it's carnivorous. I personally found it quite interesting. But as a gameplay, compared to all the other games out there, I'm only going to give this kind of a 5.5 out of 10, to be honest, as I think there's better games out there that give you more of an interesting thing to do on your turn, rather than it just being playing at cards and doing it. Yes, if children haven't played other games before, whether it be Rummy or something like that, then of course this has a better theme, and the digging and stuff, it kind of works. But I don't know how much to learn specifically from this. I don't think they're going to be passing any kind of school grades from learning this kind of stuff. But equally, it's great to know they've got that fascination with it. I can't say saying, oh, I know, I need to learn something. I know, let's play this game. You can also play kind of top trumpsy things with it too. So they've done some great things with it. I think the card quality is good. Nice big hard cards, and it's about 400 GSM maybe. maybe not that high, closest to that. I know some people found the cards too big for children's hands. I didn't find that to be an issue, and in terms of the children I was playing with, but I just want to let you know that yeah, you do need to then shuffle it away. It does take up a bit of table space as well. I very much like the idea of the set collection working like this. This is very cool. So you know, lots of thought has gone into it, and hence it being a successful Kickstarter. I just think there could be, you know, as this is all about what are the games that can deliver someone with a really good, insightful, choicey, you know, innovative game. It's innovative, but not from a mechanism point of view, which is mainly what people these days are picky about when they're talking about the experience, about looking for a game. Equally low, excellent pieces. I mean, these do fit around very, very nicely. They really do fit nicely together. So that's very good. They don't get stuck together. They're not too loose. As you can see, look, they don't fall apart. Brilliant idea. Great manufacturer they've used, whoever they use for this. And I said, you've got this nice picture on the back, which I haven't made, but that's quite a cool thing to discover. Like I said, great idea. Loads of good stuff going on the cards. And like I said, there's other things you can play with it. Yes, it does have that co-op stuff too, which is cool. And yeah, hopefully this has been quite a nice analysis about what you might be after. In terms of other games which have a dinosaur theme, yep, those ones are on the channel and are higher rated ones that I do recommend. Like I said, I might well do a dinosaur playlist. So there are over 80 playlists. I don't know if I should be getting up to 100. I'm getting very close to 90 at this point. I might add a few more momentarily, but yeah, good ideas, nice small package. I just think there could be something a bit more than what they've gone for here if they wanted to. Yes, they don't co-op. Yes, they did this for kind of solo thing as well. But hopefully, and of course you do have the science book, and there's a few things that are telltale signs that this won't be a game people might be playing, let's say, with their grown-up children. But there we go. Thanks for watching. Back to the table.